Today is all about the Tennessee Conservation Raffle. It's changed over the years from what it was originally, but it's become a really awesome thing for Tennessee, for conservation, for the agency, for the foundation.
The award-winning Tennessee WildCast is on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason Harmon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast. Thanks for tuning in. We got a fun show for you today. Excited to have the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Foundation with us today, Mr. Richard Logsdon and Joey Woodard, to talk about the Conservation Raffle.
Yes. Just kicked off a little while ago and kind of in full swing.
Yeah.
And winds up about August, I believe.
August 15th, that's correct.
And so anyway, we got details. These guys have put together a great raffle for this year and looking forward to hearing more about it.
Yeah, and that voice is the famous Don King.
Oh, yeah.
We're glad to have him here helping co-host. But anyway, let's jump into this and talk about what's going on. First, I want to introduce you guys. So Richard is the creative director for the foundation.
That's right. What
do you do?
Well, I'm the creative director.
He creates.
Actually, on the raffle that we're going to talk about, I've pretty much put everything together, everything that you see on the website, all the details, the images, all of that, Facebook ads on our page and things like that.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, thanks. And then also when we do, I'm kind of the
brains.
We have our events and stuff like that. I'm kind of the event coordinator and stuff too. So
awesome. Yeah. They put on great events.
They do, and Richard can make it look pretty.
Thank you.
It does an awesome job, and I think it comes from some of that country music star background. Working with Randy Travis, and I remember seeing the Randy Travis bus, and I think Richard had a lot to do with the rap. Put on that back when raps were. Wow, you saw a rap and you go, wow.
The semis, the buses, and a lot of the stage design and things like that.
Richard's got a very good artistic eye, and I'm so glad he's working for the foundation.
Me too.
Thank
you.
Me
too. And then we got Joey Woodard. He's the executive director of the foundation, correct?
That's correct.
What's that? What's that entitle?
A lot of things. Most days, herding cats. We've got a lot of initiatives underway, and I try to just keep everything moving along and keep everything from coming off the tracks. But I'll do everything from being involved in the raffle, putting this together, to taking out the trash. So a little bit of everything. We're a small outfit, so everybody wears a few hats.
Yeah. Lean and mean.
That's
I
right.
Like to say,
That's right.
You guys accomplish so much for us, and we are very, very appreciative. And it's do a great job for us. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
we're happy to be a part of it.
I agree. So today is all about the Tennessee Conservation Raffle. It's changed over the years from what it was originally, but it's become a really awesome thing for Tennessee, for conservation, for the agency, for the foundation.
I guess what kind of got it kicked off was 2009, the very first elk hunt.
Yeah, and that was
over at Royal Blue Wildlife Management Area at the time.
That was a fun hunt.
Changed names, but anyway, that was the first time that the foundation got involved in helping raise some money toward that effort. And tell us a little bit about that, Joey.
That's right. So when it started out, I think it was 2009. The first nonprofit tag was awarded to the foundation, and we actually for several years there we auctioned that off on eBay, and it did fairly well. I think the first tag, I think we made $17,000 on the first tag, and everyone was pretty pleased with that. And for several years there, it would vary between $16,000 and $12,000 a year.
Yeah.
But that's the way it was done for several years, for about 9 years, 8 years. Yeah.
And then we decided to auction that tag off, right? Or the raffle that tag off.
That's right. And we actually had that idea earlier on, but we weren't sure if it would work or not. We were looking at the numbers. I think this was way back in maybe 2009 when we first started talking about it. I met with Daryl Radijak and we talked about whether or not a raffle might be better than an auction. We were looking at the numbers of people that put in for the elk hunt. How many of those people actually paid $10 for a chance at the quote hunt versus they already had their sportsman's license. So we made the decision back then that we wanted to go with the auction. But as time passed, good ideas come back.
Right.
And this one came back to the top, and we researched it, and I think in 2017. Chris Richardson with the agency, and I think Kurt Holbert and some others.
Holbert.
That's right. They were very supportive of it and wanted to do it. So they asked us to explore this again. So we started looking into it and decided let's try it.
And turning it into a raffle, kind of, there are some restrictions and state laws and things that have to be abided by. And you guys navigated through all that and gave up a raffle that you already had going with the one shot, didn't you?
That's right. So as a nonprofit in Tennessee, if you go through the paperwork, and you're allowed to do one raffle a year, and our raffle each year had been at the governor's one shot. But this was a much bigger deal, and it was an opportunity. We saw it as an opportunity to raise even more funding for TWRA. So, to us, it was a no-brainer.
Right.
So we kind of restructured the one shot, and this became our single annual raffle that we did. And that first year, I think it was just the elk tag and a gun. I believe we had the elk tag and a rifle that first year, and it did amazingly well. I mean, we went through. If you think about $12,000 to $15,000 a year. First year, bam, $224,000. So big jump in revenue, and that really got the wheels turning. At that point, we're like, wow. If we can do $224,000 with an elk tag and a gun, what if we started putting some more prizes together?
Sure.
So that's kind of how this thing took off.
And then last year, really did well, right?
Oh yeah.
What was the winnings?
It was over $1 million.
$1 million, yeah.
Yeah. Our net revenue last year was $1.1 million.
And that is an amazing number coming from 10, 20, or 15,000 initially.
Oh yeah.
But that amount of money goes so much farther than just that amount of money. Kind of explain how that works with the federal dollars.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize, TWRA, when they think of the agency, they think of game management.
Right.
And the agency is responsible for so much more. There's a lot of non-game management that goes on, and some of the activities, we're looking at CWD, Asian carp. There are so many things going on that takes a lot of money. Conservation is expensive. And the good news is there's a lot of federal dollars out there available to fund conservation
The only problem with that is
there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah.
So to be eligible for these federal dollars, you have to have the matching component. And that's where this raffle really has Tennessee in a very good position, because we'll take this $1 million that we raised for the agency, and that's going to make them very competitive for these federal grants that they can match, federal funds for these projects 4 times, 6 times the amount of money that we're raising.
Yep.
So when you start leveraging these funds, you realize that this raffle is doing a lot of work
Very
for conservation,
valuable.
all right here in Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of great packages last year, but this year I'm excited to see a truck in the running, an opportunity to win a truck.
That's right. We're
or any Ford vehicle, right?
That's right. It's actually a $50,000 voucher towards any Ford vehicle of your choice from Mid-South Ford. And we were so close last year. We wanted to try to get a truck into the raffle last year. COVID changed everything.
Yeah.
So we just tried to make do, but. So proud to be working with Mid-South Ford dealers. Their support of conservation is obvious. These guys, when we met with them, a couple of conference calls, and they were like, this makes perfect sense. We need to be involved in this. So, we're proud to have this package in there. I suspect this will be the number one choice. The way the raffle works, whoever's name comes out first, they get their pick. We've got 10 prizes that they get to pick. But I'm betting this one goes first. $50,000 will go a long way towards a new Ford vehicle. And you get your pick of the litter.
Yeah. Even if you want a sedan, I guess you could take a...
You could. That's right. Hey, you can put it there in the trunk. It's not a problem.
Put a roof rack on the car. You'll be good to go.
Bungee straps and roll on.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to throw this out there. If you buy 10 tickets and you win or you get drawn, are your 9 tickets still in the pot to maybe be drawn again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man, wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't it?
So you have a chance to win 2 prizes if you get lucky enough.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, it'd be. I don't know how to calculate those odds.
Yeah.
But, it'd be astronomical. But you could. I mean, somebody could win 9 of these packages.
And you're not limited on the number of tickets you can buy?
There is no limit on the number of tickets you can buy. That's correct.
Okay. Awesome.
So and they get cheaper. The more you buy, the cheaper they are.
Yeah. And how's that break down?
So you can buy a single ticket for $20. You can buy 3 tickets for $50. But where the real deal is, at $100, you're getting them half price. So for $100, you get 10 tickets. And that's what we saw last year. That's the package that most people want, because you're getting twice the tickets.
Sure.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's dive into some of these. And Richard, you probably know a lot about these packages because you built these graphics. They look great.
Thanks.
But we've kind of hit on the Ford option there. It's a $50 voucher or $50,000 voucher towards any Ford vehicle from Mid-South Ford dealers, and we appreciate them and appreciate them coming on board with this raffle this year. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's go to this next one. Tell us about this one, guys. I'm gonna click on it so they can see it at home if they're watching. The tracker boat.
And for the listeners, tracker boat. And it's a great shot of it up on plane, cruising the lake there.
So what all comes with this one, guys?
Well, you get the boat, and I think the motor is a 60 horse motor and trailer. It comes with a fish finder, trolling motor, and the removable seats. So it's ready to go.
Awesome.
Yeah, this thing's ready to put in the water.
Yeah, Bass Pro's really come through for us, and they've been so good to us on not only the raffle but everything. That they support us big time. But yeah, this would be. I mean, this thing's ready to go. So
yeah,
it'd be a pretty good prize to win.
That's a great little boat.
And I don't know if you guys are in the market for a boat or not, but I've actually been looking for about 6 months. They're hard to find.
Oh yeah.
Finding a boat right now is not easy, and this one is actually being produced right now. It's on the production line, and we're going to have this boat in our possession in the next 4 weeks. So, be a good chance for somebody to get a boat that otherwise I think would be hard to find.
Otherwise, they'd be on the 2-year waiting list.
That's
just
right.
About, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Awesome. I don't think we mentioned this earlier, but this year the packages there's 10 packages this year. I think last year there were 7, right? So we've expanded the number of packages, number of possibilities of winning, and then there's even a special one we'll talk about later. If you don't get drawn in those top 10, there's some extra prizes out there.
That's right. We're working hard. You mentioned earlier about the exponential growth of this thing, and we're trying to maintain that momentum. It's going to be hard to do over time, but every year we're trying to make it better. We get new packages, we get new sponsors. We try to make it more interesting. We try to make it more diverse.
Mm-hmm.
With the addition of the truck this year, we've really marketed to the hunters and anglers out there. Anything we have here would be great for a hunter or angler, or even someone in camping or hiking, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But the Ford truck changes everything for us this year.
Yeah, anybody could.
Yeah,
anybody wants that.
Even if you're just taking the kids to soccer practice, a Ford Expedition is a really good vehicle to do that in. So we're really hoping that this vehicle is going to open things up for us to a broader audience, because I think it would be short-sighted for us to think that only hunters and anglers care about conservation.
Sure.
And I think people are going to look at this and say, wait, I'm giving to a good cause here. I know this money is going to be used well right here in my home state, and I've got a chance to win a vehicle.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited about how this is going to open things up for us to a whole new demographic.
Yeah. Yeah, that person that may not like to hunt or fish but loves to watch wildlife and non-game and all that fun stuff. Yeah. Here's their opportunity to support,
That's right.
That's awesome. So the package that started it all, the elk hunt, this is in a premier zone, I think is what I've been told in the past. Zone 1's a pretty good zone to hunt in there, North Cumberland, and a lot of fun stuff with this one too. Looks like a gun and some what's the hearing help there? What do you call those?
Yeah, that's that Tetra multi-pursuit custom shields. Tetra is a new sponsor for us this year. Hey, we really like the Tetra guys. They're right down the road from us. So this is a Tennessee product, and the product is different than anything else that's on the market right now. Hearing protection, you got all kinds of options out there for hearing protection.
Right.
But Tetra's a little different because these things are actually programmed. They're going to protect your ears from the muzzle blast. These things are actually programmed to pick up the frequencies of an elk bugle, or the low tones of a deer grunt, or the quack of a waterfowl. So
that's cool.
These things are programmed to pick up on individual sounds. So it's a pretty unique.
So when it's not
product.
saving your ears, it's enhancing your hearing.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct. And because I didn't wear enough hearing protection in my younger days, I need that enhancement as much as I can get.
That's cool. I mean, I know they've had some of that, on your range muffs. It'll knock out that muzzle blast sound, but to enhance, that's cool. These little guys, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I got a friend that could probably use some of those. I won't mention his name. Awesome. So the rifle, the scope, boots, just about everything you need to go on an elk hunt.
That's right. And this is the premier zone 1.
Yeah.
Year in and year out, this is the zone that has the best kill ratio. And if the winner of this is not successful in the first week, they get a whole another week to themselves.
Awesome.
Out
Okay.
there. So this is a 2-week opportunity to kill a Tennessee elk.
I forgot about that part. That's
big
gold.
Yeah.
That really
awesome.
is.
That's awesome. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. One that I think I'd like to have for my place, just to do some yard work and get around on the farm a little bit.
I can see you in that. Yeah.
I'm going to have to buy a ticket for this one. Try to win this one. The UTV package. Last year we had a UTV. Appreciate that sponsor. We did a show out there at their shop, Columbia Motorsports, and appreciate that sponsor. But this year, Bass Pro has come through with a tracker utility side by side. So that's cool. Looks like that's a little bit bigger than a golf cart. It can do a little bit more, but it looks like it handled well. Good for the farmer, good for the small farmer, or even a big farmer could use that. Some. There's some videos too. I guess if you go to the website, did we mention that? Raffle.twrf.net is where you buy these chances. So raffle.twrf.net. But yeah, you can scroll down the page if you're listening right now. Go check out that website because you can scroll down and watch some videos and check out all the details about the units and what's available and what all comes with these packages. So.
Yeah, and for the folks tuning in, you're looking at the truck. Oh, the truck, that's what I want, or the boat, that's what I want. That's fine, but it's one drawing. Everybody's numbers are going to be in for one drawing. We're going to draw out 10 winners in the order that they're drawn out. They're going to get to select their prize, and then we're going to go through the list that way.
Yeah.
So it is just one single drawing, but we're gonna draw them out in order. So, the chances there to have any one of these 10 packages.
Yeah. One cool thing about last year's drawing, was it Brad Snedeker got the elk tag, and then he donated it, and then a lucky winner got to take that tag and go kill an elk this year. So that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool when we contacted him. He's like, "Guys, I'm sorry. I did not mean to win this thing." He said, "I was
just helping conservation."
That's what he said. I gave a $100 donation. He bought $100 worth of ticket. He said that was a $100 donation in my mind. He said, "I don't elk hunt." He said, "Let me donate this." He said, "I'd like to donate this to a wounded veteran here in Tennessee." So
what a great guy!
It was a win-win. I mean, it really was. So Gary Linfoot ended up going on that hunt.
Right.
He harvested a bull, had a great time. I think y'all did a drop the tailgate.
Yeah,
segment
we did.
With Matt,
we did.
Cameron.
We'll try to get him on the show sometime soon too. So
he'd love that.
Relive that.
He's a good storyteller too.
Yeah. All right. So the deer package this year still at President's Island. So that's cool. That's a hard hunt to get on. It's a lot of points to get there.
A lot of priority points. Yeah.
Tell me about it. I actually got to go last year. I've been putting in for 12 years. I had 12 priority points going into it, and this is I'm not going to say a hunt of a lifetime, but it's maybe 2-3 times, depending on how long you live, you might be able to take this hunt.
Yeah.
But it's a unique opportunity. I mean, you're hunting these big Mississippi River bottom bucks that aren't pressured. This island's only hunted a couple of times a year. It's archery only. So it's a unique opportunity. And, folks I'd been hearing online and reading everything that, folks have been pretty down since the big May 2010, 2011 flood.
Right.
But that island's coming back. The habitat's looking good. They had crops on the island last year, and deer movement was up. I think 3 deer were killed last year. So, I mean, it's a chance. It's your best chance at a Pope and Young buck on any WMA in Tennessee, in my opinion.
And he got one, too. He got a nice one.
Oh, I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I was fortunate.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you see some of the pictures there, folks that have harvested in the past, those big deer. Some good opportunity there. And, like you said, it's a fun hunt. Maybe a 3-in-a-lifetime opportunity, whatever it may be.
Right.
Chances are good. But it's fun. It should be a fun hunt. You got the hearing, the ampods with that one too, or whatever those are called. The Tetra package with that, a crossbow, the boots. So that's awesome.
Having hunted that island, that's everything you need.
Okay,
I mean, we're sending you. If you've got camo clothes, you're ready for this hunt because everything else you need is right there in this package.
Yeah, that's nice. And again, for the listeners that aren't seeing these pictures, TWRF.net. Just go there.
Yeah, that'll take you. There'll be a link to the raffle.
Front and center, you will have a link right to it.
Or you can Google Conservation Raffle, Tennessee Conservation Raffle. Any of those are going to get you there.
Yeah, good. On the top ranks in Google, that's good.
Yeah.
But the details are there about the PSE crossbow and all the things that come with that package. Nice tree stand and boots package. I guess those boots you get to pick which ones you like. I guess. Or,
yeah. That's
awesome.
Lacrosse is a great partner for us, and they're going to go. We have a gift certificate.
Gotcha.
And you go into any store and pick out any pair of lacrosse boots you want.
Wow.
So
I've seen a lot of lacrosse on these packages, so just about any of them looks like you're going to get to take advantage of that.
that's right.
Now, this was a fun hunt last year. I saw some footage and some pictures and video. I think the guys had a great time with Final Flight and Real Tree last year. So even another chance this year. I'm not a big duck hunter, but I think I'd like to buy a ticket and try to get this one.
It'd be a good one to be on.
The guys at Final Flight know what they're doing. We've had Seth Dortch in here before on the show, and he was fun to talk with, and we'll have to have him back as well. But
And that hunt's for 4 people, so it's not just the winner. It's
You
another
and-
3
Take
that
your
they want to
friends,
take
yeah.
with you. With
Yeah,
them.
take your buddies along. You know, and Final Flight, they worked really hard for them. Last year was a challenging season for waterfowl, not only in
Sure.
Tennessee, but anywhere, in the southern United States. But those guys worked hard to get them some ducks, and they had a great time. So it's a hunt I sure would have liked to have been on.
And this is a top-of-the-line shotgun. I've never shot one, but I've heard a lot about them.
Yeah, Tay's making a big splash. They're fairly new to the waterfowling market, but they're making a big splash with this gun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from holding one in my hand, I don't personally own one, but holding my hand cycling, this gun looks bulletproof to me. I think it would be handy in a duck blind.
That's awesome. Yeah, the hearing help there. Hear the hunt. I see that's their slogan. That's
Okay, yeah.
And that's really a breakthrough for Tetra.
Oh,
that's that's one of the drawbacks of hearing protection, and the reason I don't hear so well out of my left ear, because you're in a duck blind. There's all kinds of noises. You've got people calling on either side of you, guns going off in close proximity to your head.
Right.
But the problem with wearing hearing protection is you can't hear the shot called. Your call doesn't sound the same because everything's muffled, and it makes it challenging to duck hunt while you're wearing earplugs.
Sure.
This solves that. These alpha or amp pods here are specially programmed to enhance the sound of ducks so that you can hear waterfowl at great distances. But it's also tuned so that you can hear your call and it sounds natural. So this is a huge step forward for waterfowlers. Hearing protection's come a long way.
cool. Yeah, I see that. Those are the waterfowl versions. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then lacrosse and Real Tree are coming through again there with some waders and some camo. So
Okay.
awesome. All right. So we're moving on down here. Academy. Academy's been a big help, a big sponsor of our free fishing day that just passed, and that's awesome. But they're also, jumping in here on this one too.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Rick Burleson and the guys at Academy. I mean, they're helping support conservation in a big way, and they get it. They care about the resource, and they know that their contributions are being well spent. But it's also a business investment. I mean, we need to protect our resources so that more people can get outside, and they're in the business of providing you what you need to get outside.
Sure.
So it works out really well. But this is an amazing package. I mean, $5,000 worth of gift cards to Academy Sports. There's a lot of stuff you can get for $5,000.
Oh yeah, and it's not pictured there, but you can get you a baseball bat or a basketball or a golf club. It don't matter.
No, it doesn't have to be a fishing pole or a gun. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Academy.
They got a lot of stuff there, so that's a cool one to get for sure. All right, so this one's a big one. The chance to be at the Governor's One Shot. That's awesome. It's another great fundraising effort for you guys that helps y'all move along and helps y'all help us. And this is a fun hunt, and Preston's a fun guy to be with too. Yeah.
Preston Pittman,
So he's
guide this hunt. Man, he's a character. We've had him on WildCast before, and man, I can listen to him all day telling stories and calling with his mouth. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's
World
awesome.
champion caller.
Yeah. So you get to hang out with Preston. There's a picture of him on our website, rememberraffle.twrf.net. And shotgun comes with that package as well.
And you're not finding that shotgun anywhere right now.
That's the
you're
one.
not gonna go to a store. You're not gonna find that thing online. It is out.
So the TriStar Viper G2 Turkey 410. Okay,
410,
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
With the ammunition's come a long way.
Yeah.
With TSS, a 410 is really all you need to kill turkeys. I was fortunate enough to take my daughter this year, 9 years old, to 410. TSS did its job. I mean, it's amazing.
Great.
So you don't have to carry around that big heavy 12 gauge that kills from both ends. You can take this.
That's awesome.
Take this light TriStar in the woods and be just as effective.
And then the Tetra turkey amp pods there. And then the Pack Rabbit, man, those are awesome seats, backpacks, and gear, for turkey hunting. I sat in one this year for the first time, and I don't own one, but I may hear before too long.
Those are actually designed when they've kind of did a military thing for those guys that pack and stuff like that. But the fold down seat, the thing that's nice about this is turkey hunting, a lot of times you're in the dew and wet and stuff like that. You're off the ground. You're not sitting on the ground. You're sitting comfortably, and you're 2 or 3 inches off the ground with this. And plus, it holds all your decoys and all that kind of stuff. But it's designed to, if you're elk hunting or something like that, or deer hunting out west or something like that. You
work for that too?
Yeah, it'll hold 300 pounds, so it's designed to pack out a big animal also. But Pack Rabbit, they kind of come up with this design. I think with Preston Pittman was involved in this and coming up with this turkey pack to make it work for turkey hunters also.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome.
A neat item.
Well, we're going to run out of time if we don't hurry this along a little bit. So I want to make sure the Best of the West package is mentioned here, long range shooting. So that's going to be a fun package if you're into shooting, any kind of target shooting or long range hunting. That's cool.
Yeah, that is an amazing system. I mean, it is literally you dial it, point, and shoot. I had never engaged a target outside of 400 yards before, and got out there on the range, 1,200 yards. They called my win. I dialed the scope. We're hitting 10-inch bullseyes at 1,200 yards, and it's all about that shooting system. So, that's a $10,000 shooting system right there up for grabs.
And then the Heritage package. Tell us about that one real fast.
I'll let Richard take this one because he's
Henry's come on board with us the last couple of years, and they designed this special gun that's got the TriStar logo, and it's got our logo on the other side.
Wow.
Of course, it comes with a bunch of TWRA swag. I guess you guys get or whoever wins whatever you got in your kitty, they get it all. So, but this gun's a 4440. Yeah, it's one of a kind, and they designed it just for us for this package. So that's
awesome.
It's quite an heirloom.
And new this year, we've got 100 knives we're going to give out. So the next 100 people that are drawn, they're all going to get a knife in the mail.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of just a thank you for donating and participating in this and helping our cause.
That's awesome.
It's always good to have more winners.
Yeah. So 10 plus 100, 110 winners this year.
That's right.
That's cool. Raffle.twrf.net. Go buy a ticket today, as many tickets as you want, and get your name in the pot.
That's right.
And thank you guys for all you do. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, that's this edition of Tennessee WildCast. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, it's all about Tennessee wildlife. It's what we do. Tennessee WildCast will be on the air again next week. We'll see you then.